Bond's Haunted Castle.
Oh, Mark Millar. What's he got to say? He says here, I saw someone say, well, the Punisher was always very problematic, and I almost put my fist through the screen. Travis Bickle and Richard III were also problematic. All interesting characters are. This ideological puritanism is the enemy of creative thought and must be rejected. Whoa, yes! Oh yeah, in case you don't know who Mr. Mark Millar is. Mr. Mark Millar is the creator and writer of things like Kick-Ass, Kingsman, Wanted. uh, I really like Nemesis. I really loved Jupiter's Legacy. I love kind of almost everything Mark Millar does, to be honest, because he's just a real deal comic book writer who knows how to keep it fun. And he broke away to do his own thing a long time ago and has been super successful. I mean, he made some sort of ridiculous deal with Netflix. This guy is kind of a legend in my mind, in comics, and he is still pushing the grit every day, coming out with new exciting books, lowering prices on his books, like the book Nightclub, for instance. He also did The Ambassadors recently, which I thought was really excellent. He's just killing it to this day. He's an elder statesman, if you will, within comics. He's been writing forever and writing well and making hits for Marvel, DC, you name it, man. The guy's been there and he's been successful. And here he is saying, I saw someone say, well, the Punisher was always problematic. And he's saying this ideological puritanism is the enemy of creative thought and must be rejected. The exact thing that Comicsgate has been saying for years now. We have one of the comic heavyweights who are still working, uncancelable because he made his own shit and did really well and is sitting on that Netflix cash like a king. He's just an impressive creator to me because he does what he wants and he makes people happy and he gets paid. Isn't that all like it should be? You know? Entertain the hell out of people and get a good check out of it. I want every artist to have that. He has it, and he's saying it's gone too far. It's you guys don't get the Punisher. You're not supposed to think since when is every character put through the filter of you have to agree with everything about them and be exactly in line with them on everything? How could you even read fiction if that's the way you approach media? How could you ever read anything? How are you going to read any of the great things? How are you going to read Clockwork Orange? How are you how are you going to read that? How are you going to read Catcher in the Rye? How are you going to read anything about any character? In fact, when I'm as a writer myself, one of the big things they're always hitting home on us is make your character flawed, make them flawed. The flaws are what make them interesting, guys. That makes it's the different. Not everything could be sterile and like corporate approved to be likable by the demographic of 18 to 25-year-olds. Like, no, that's not how this works. Punisher just they forgot he was a crime story. They project their far left politics onto him, and so they hate him. They hate what the skull and him represent. I already talked about that in my last video. And it's pathetic. It's insane, and it does kill creativity. It when you are if I was a creator, terrified, worried about how I expressed myself constantly, I wouldn't be able to really be truthful and express myself. And when there's no truth in art, whether the audience is aware or not, they feel it, they sense it, and they know it's bullshit art. They do. The audience is very smart. People forget that. Truth always rings better in your art, trust me. And these people want to silence that, control the truth, stifle it, cover it up, change it into whatever they want it to be. Characters like Punisher freak them out. They can't control them. They ideologically, they can't just like realize he's fiction and that he never hurt anybody, and no one ever dressed up like a Punisher and shot at anybody. But a Bernie Sanders supporter went to a baseball field and blew away a bunch of Republicans. Hey, 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 yeah, are you guys outraged by that? Are you outraged by that? No, no, you're not. Okay, then shut the hell up about the Punisher, guys. When you have Mark Millar dropping lines like this, it's just amazing. But it's also quite vindicating as someone who's been in Comicsgate since before it was called Comicsgate. We were the front lines of people of a movement that was willing to make their own content and get connected to the fans in a new, exciting way, give people new, fresh, fun books without all the stuffy politics and bullshit, without all the finger wagging. And we did it first, man. We were ahead of the curve. People like Ethan Van Sciver, another good one. He's been that to me because I've been here since before it was called Comicsgate. He was vindicated a long time ago. But when you see stuff like this, even other pros in the industry have to realize that the man has been vindicated. Like, he was not some evil Nazi. He stood his ground. He did right. I mean, he in the end, we're all being proven right. We were ahead of the curve on this one, guys. I kind of take some pleasure in that. You don't believe me? Well, here's Steve Orlando. He writes Scarlet Witch, and what did he have to say recently in this most deleted tweet? Sales are struggling, he says, alongside the whole industry. Right now, we're hopefully get to 10. We'll hopefully get to 10. To get to even 15 issues, sales will need to continue to climb. So he just admitted industry sucks. We might not even make it to 10 issues on Scarlet Witch. Sorry, guys. That just breaks my heart to read that, Steve Orlando. And then he deleted it. I wonder why. Who told him? See, why would they suppress the truth? Why not be honest that the industry, are they scared that if we see the industry's not doing well, we're like it'll do worse or something? Why would they like if we can't fix a problem unless people know that it's a problem, so they suppress it. It can't be a problem. Keep writing your woke books and tell everyone to shut up and deal with it. We're changing culture here. We're saving the world, you know? So he deleted this. And then I'd like to thank Bounding into Comics for posting about this Steve Orlando thing, and then also posting just a little shout out to them is where I found this information. You should check them out. I found this lovely list of manga versus American comics. Oh my God, these are the top 20 adult graphic novels from April 2023, guys. We start with number one is One Piece, volume 102. 102 volumes. That's like every volume is about 200 pages, guys. They're on volume 102. People are not getting sick of One Piece. This is number frickin' one. This is a manga that's been going on forever. Barely has any advertising here. Doesn't matter. Good characters and story. People eat that shit up. They buy it. They love it. Kaiju number 8. That's a pretty cool little manga about people who hunt big giant monsters, aka they're called kaiju in Japan. Spy Family Volume 9. Spy Family still kicking that ass. And then we have an American comic. Hells to the Yeah, Kevin Eastman. Thanks for keeping it real. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Run in HC. I guess that's just the hardcover selling because the fans are buying it up, so it's not necessarily anything that amazing. Jujutsu Kaisen number 19 is next at number 5. Demon Slayers number 6. Chainsaw Man volume 1. Spy Family volume 1. I guess they're combining those, so those are at number 7 and 8. My Dress Up Darling. Solo Leveling. These are all mangas, guys. These are all Viz. IDW does some Ninja Turtle shit, gets in there. This is not good. These are all Viz. I'll write down to the 20. Yeah. That's where American comics are at. And here we are going, Punisher is problematic, you guys. Did you know? There's always been a lot. That's one of the things I detest about these people is the fact that they'll say it was always problematic. It was always this way. No, it wasn't. Punisher had 3 books on the shelf at once that were all selling really well in the 80s, I'm pretty sure, into the 90s. Like, he was killing it. Do you understand? He was killing it. And everyone had a good time. No one got shot for reals. We were enjoying that. Punisher was great because it offered a diversity to Marvel's titles, not just cape shit. You could get into some crime. Good stuff. People like crime comics. We read them all the time to this day. They sell well. There's nothing wrong with it. So when they say things like that, it's just that creepy ideological leftist way of trying to rewrite history and act like they're righting some wrong that's long been wrong. That's what they do. These big heroes, just ruining the fun and killing off great characters and legacies left and fucking right, like a bunch of fucking locusts that can't create anything and just eat and 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 eat until everything's fucking gone. And then they look around and go, good, now it's all dead and the same, just the way we like it. What a bunch of demon locusts, am I right? Anyway, you guys, we could do better than this. Mark Millar, you're awesome. You're keeping comics fun and interesting and exciting, and I appreciate that. And we're gonna write the most flawed fucked up, twisted characters we can till the day we die, and you're just gonna have to deal with it and find something human in there to relate to, guys. Because I'm not here to write for no mom committee. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to like please Kathleen Kennedy and like her panel of like stuffy suburban housewives. Like they don't get to dictate entertainment. They get to be shocked by it. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's going down. That's how it plays. That's how we make comics. And thank you, Mark Millar, for joining the herd in a way, or at least I'm sure he's understood this for a while. He's a wise guy. He's smart. He's seen this coming probably, but he's speaking about it, and I just find that I respect that very much, because I have been saying this for years, along with a lot of other cool people and YouTubers and comic creators. Great people, people whose reputations were tarnished, people who were who lost jobs, people who were attacked left and right as Nazis for years. And I just want to let you know, all those people, all you people, if you're watching, you're vindicated, man. Comicsgate was ahead of the curve. We were right. We won. I feel like we've already won, you know? Now the real goal is to keep going and keep creating great stories that make people happy and really change the face of American comics again. Give it a little renaissance, you know? I think we can do it. I really do. So thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for your support of my comics. I have Terror in the Trenches is still in demand on Indiegogo and is almost done at the printers and shipping here soon. And then of course Psycho Killers is only like I think we only like have 140 issues left, something like that. So yeah, we're running low. We're getting to the low end of them now. So you better get in before it's gone. Thanks for tuning in. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.
There it goes. Sometimes on for 5 minutes, sometimes on for 5 hours. That's my man. Talk hard!
Vaughn's Haunted Castle.